Hello and welcome to Friday's class. Last week we went through the story of Abraham. We talked about the many blessings God gave to Abraham and the promise that his family and his seed would grow to become a great nation. Abraham is the father of the people of Israel, and he is also considered to be the father of all Arab nations.
Hello， 欢迎来到星期五的课。上星期我们经历了亚伯拉罕的故事，我们讲到上帝给予了亚伯拉罕很多的祝福，而且应许他的家人及他的后代会成为一个大国。亚伯拉罕是以色列人的国父，而且也可以说他是所有亚伯拉人的国父。
Tonight, we're going to skip down through the Bible to the story of Abraham's great-grandson Joseph. Joseph was the 11th son out of 12 to Abraham's grandson Jacob, also known as Israel. Joseph was his father's favorite son. Let's see what happened between Joseph and his brothers.
今晚我们将跳跃过到圣经里亚伯拉罕的曾子孙约瑟的故事。约瑟是亚伯拉罕的孙子雅各的12个儿子里面的第11个儿子。雅各也是我们所知道的以色列人。对不起，雅各也是我们所知道的以色列。约瑟是他父亲最宠爱的儿子。让我们来看看，在约瑟与他的哥哥们之间发生了什么事。
When Joseph was born, Jacob was so happy. Joseph was the first son of Jacob's wife Rachel. Jacob knew that God had a special plan for Joseph. Therefore, when all of Joseph's older brothers went out to work in the fields, Joseph stayed at home. Jacob taught him to write and to read in Egyptian.
当约瑟诞生时，雅各非常的快乐。约瑟是雅各的太太雷结的第一个儿子。雅各知道那上帝有一个特殊的任务给予约瑟，因此所以当约瑟所有的哥哥们出外到田里工作时，约瑟会待在家里，雅各就会教导他用埃及文读书以书写。
Okay, let's put this away. Okay. And then this part, many of Joseph's older brothers started to be jealous. Why didn't you have to work? Jealous. Okay, put that out of here, and then you're gonna have the coat. So
hey,
here,
happy birthday.
Joshua.
Take the coat. Come on here. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Joshua.
I was like, this, go my son. Ooh, cool, new jacket.
Okay. Let's.
You're not
That looks like three colors.
Okay. Actually,
Why?
here. You're just gonna hold on to
Dude,
that.
that's the bathroom.
And look like you're reading it or
I
something.
know.
Okay. Then the brothers, all three of you, come stand in.
Read it the other way. Turn it that way.
Change this up.
But now it does have a belt. It's fine. Look at your belt. He's just gonna throw it on him. Actually, do take off the belt.
What belt?
On the robe.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay.
It looks
So
beautiful.
this one's gonna say many of Joseph's older brothers were jealous of Joseph. So he's just gonna stand there, just like give your nasty face look to him. No. Why didn't he have to work?
Okay.
Hey. Why didn't he have to work?
Why didn't it?
No, you're not saying anything. Just work. Okay. Why didn't he have to work? Okay. What made him so special? Their father even gave Joseph a coat of many colors.
Joshua.
Wait, don't touch the robe.
No, you just go to get to
Oh.
him.
Oh, I thought you wanted to.
Okay. We need to listen. It's 9 o'clock. Okay. So when you come in, you have to wrap it around him.
Put your arm through the hole.
You just hold on. No, just put it around his shoulders. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But stay in the same. You're giving him a gift. Okay?
So I hold this?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that.
It's fine. Okay, take it off him. Okay, so, ready? Many of Joseph's older brothers started to be jealous of Joseph. Why didn't he have to work? What made him so special? Their father even gave Joseph a coat of many colors, but they didn't get one.
许多约瑟的哥哥们开始嫉妒约瑟，为什么他不需要工作？他有什么特殊的呀？他们的父亲还给约瑟一件有许多颜色的彩衣，但是他们并没有。
Joseph started to have many dreams. And in those dreams, wake your brothers up. And in those dreams, Joseph saw that his brothers would bow to him. His brothers did not like to hear anything about that. They would bow to their little brother? In another dream, the moon and the stars bowed to him as well.
约瑟开始做了很多的梦，在那梦境里，约瑟看到他的哥哥们向他跪拜。他的哥哥们并不喜欢听到任何有关那个梦的事。他们会向他跪拜吗？在另一个梦里，甚至太阳和星星们也向他跪拜。
Okay. Joseph's older brothers really became jealous. They started to make a plan. They had had enough. Something needed to be done about their little brother.
约瑟的哥哥们变成了真正的嫉妒了，他们开始设计计划，他们受够了有关他们的弟弟的一些事情，必须要结束掉。
One day, Jacob sent Joseph out to check on his brothers and the flock of sheep. The brothers saw him coming, and some of them decided to kill him. Reuben was the oldest, and he was worried about the consequences of killing their brother. Instead, they pushed Joseph into a deep pit and stole his coat.
一天，雅各差派约瑟出外去查看他的哥哥们以及羊群们。哥哥看到他的来到，他们之中有一些起了杀了他的念头。以便是老大，但他很是担心杀了他们的弟弟之后的后果，所以他们变成了推约瑟至一个很深很深的坑里，且偷取他的彩衣。
Then the brothers saw some merchants headed their way. They were probably headed to Egypt to sell some things. The brothers talked with the merchants, and the merchants agreed to buy Joseph as a slave for 20 pieces of silver.
然后哥哥们看到一些商人朝他们走来，他们看起来好像是要去埃及卖东西。哥哥们就与商人商量，商人同意用20块银子买约瑟。
The brothers killed a goat and smeared the blood of the goat all over Joseph's coat. They took the coat and showed Jacob. They told him that an animal must have attacked Joseph. Jacob was very sad. He loved Joseph very much. Joseph was headed to Egypt to be a slave.
哥哥们杀了一头羊，且用羊血涂抹在约瑟的彩衣上，到处都是血。然后他们拿着有血的彩衣去给雅各看，他们告诉他，那一定是一只野兽攻击了约瑟。雅各非常非常的伤心，因为他非常非常的爱约瑟。其实约瑟是被卖到埃及去当奴隶了。
When Joseph arrived in Egypt, he stood with all the other slaves. A rich Egyptian master named Potiphar came through, looking for a slave. he chose Joseph. Joseph came to work for him at his house.
当约瑟到达了埃及，他与其他所有的奴隶们站在一起。一个富有的埃及主人，名叫波提乏的经过，正在找寻一位奴隶，他选择了约瑟。约瑟就变成了在他家为他工作。
Joseph came to work for him at his house. Joseph advanced quickly in his responsibilities because Potiphar liked Joseph, and because Joseph could read and write in Egyptian. Soon, Joseph was put in charge of all of Potiphar's house. God had truly blessed Joseph and helped him to get this position because God had told Jacob to teach Joseph to read and write in Egyptian.
约瑟就变成了在他家为他工作。约瑟因他的职责进步得很快，又因约瑟会读会写埃及文，所以波提乏非常喜欢约瑟。很快的，约瑟就被放置在管理所有波提乏的家。上帝时时祝福约瑟，且帮助他得到这样的职位。也因上帝早就告诉雅各要教育约瑟用埃及文读和写。
One night, Potiphar's wife came to Joseph. She liked Joseph and wanted to be with him, but Joseph said no. He respected Potiphar, and he believed that that was wrong in the eyes of God. As Joseph tried to leave, she grabbed his clothes and tore part of his garments. She told Potiphar that Joseph attacked her. Joseph was thrown into prison.
一天晚上，波提乏的妻子来找约瑟，他喜欢约瑟，且要求与他在一起。但约瑟说不要，他尊敬波提乏，而且他相信上帝，在上帝的眼里那是错误的事。正当约瑟正试着离开时，他夺走了他的衣服，且把衣服撕破，然后告诉波提乏。那约瑟试着非礼他，就这样，约瑟被送入了监牢里。
In prison, Joseph was chosen as overseer of all the prisoners. God always blessed him and watched over him. One day, he overheard two prisoners, a baker and a butler for the Pharaoh, talking about some dreams they kept having. Joseph said that he could interpret the dreams with God's help. Joseph's interpretations were true. Joseph asked the butler to remember him when he was released.
在监牢里，约瑟被选为当看管监的，看管所有的囚犯。上帝总是祝福他，且看顾着他。一天，他无意听到两位囚犯的对话，一个是法老的善务长，一个是法老的施酒长，正在讨论着有关一些梦境，一直在重复梦者。约瑟说，借着上帝的帮忙，他可以帮忙解梦。约瑟的解梦变成事实。约瑟请求施酒长，当他被释放后，请记得他。
2 years later, the Pharaoh had two dreams that kept occurring, but nobody could interpret them for him. He was very bothered by it. The butler remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought before the Pharaoh to interpret his dreams with the help of God.
2年以后，那法老王做了个梦，一直重复做的这两个梦，但没有人可以为他解梦。他被这个梦打扰着。这时，施酒长想起了约瑟，约瑟就被带到法老的面前，借着上帝的帮助，他帮他解梦。
The Pharaoh had a dream about 7 good cows and 7 bad cows, and another dream about 7 good stalks of corn and 7 bad ones. Joseph told the Pharaoh that God was warning him that there would be 7 good years of harvest and then 7 years of famine coming to Egypt. The Pharaoh needed to prepare during the 7 good years, or all of Egypt would die during the 7 bad years.
法老王的梦里有7头又肥又壮的牛，以及7头又瘦又弱的牛。在另外一个梦里有7个饱满的麦穗，以及7个枯瘦的麦穗。约瑟告诉他，那是上帝在预警他，埃及全境将会有7年的丰收年，然后会有7年的干旱年。法老王必须在这7年的丰收年里准备好，做好准备，否则所有的埃及人将会在7年的干旱里死亡。
The Pharaoh believed Joseph and put Joseph as the second in charge of all of Egypt to prepare the people for the 7 bad years. They would take 1/5 of all that was grown in the 7 good years and save it for the bad years of famine.
法老王相信约瑟，就给予约瑟职位，是所有埃及里的第2大位，来掌管所有埃及，及为人们做7年荒灾年做准备。他们从7年丰收到所有谷物里的1/5拿出来，然后储藏起来，以备7年的荒灾年所用。
During the 7 good years, Joseph married Asenath from Potiphar's house, and they had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Joseph was 30 years old.
在7年的丰收年期间，约瑟娶了波提乏人的家人雅西娜，且他们生了2个儿子，马拿西和以法莲。约瑟此时已30岁了。
Then the 7 years of famine came. Absolutely nothing would grow. All of Egypt and the lands round about were so desolate. The people came to Egypt and bought grain and corn from Joseph so they wouldn't starve.
到了7年的荒灾年，当然了，没有任何东西可以成长，所有埃及周遭的土地几乎荒废掉。人们来到埃及，向约瑟买谷物和玉米，所以他们才不致饿死。
Joseph saw his brothers coming to buy grain, and he called them spies in front of everyone, and had them thrown into prison for 3 days. They did not know it was Joseph their brother. After the 3 days, he kept Simeon and sent the other 9 back to bring their younger brother as proof that they weren't lying about their family in Canaan. Joseph sent them back with bags of grain, and he put their money in their bags as well.
约瑟看到了他的哥哥们来买谷物，他在众人面前叫他们是间谍、探子，还将他们关进监牢3天。他们并不晓得那就是他们的弟弟约瑟。3天之后，他保持住西面，不让他走，而让其他的9个回去带他们最小的弟弟，来证明他们并没有说谎有关他们的家住在迦南。约瑟让他们带着谷物回家去，而且退回他们的钱在他们的袋子里。
When the brothers arrived back in Canaan and found that their money was in their bags, they were afraid that they would be considered thieves as well. Jacob sent the 9 brothers and Benjamin back to buy more grain in Egypt. They took double the money and brought gifts with them.
当这些哥哥们回到了迦南，且发现他们的钱就在他们的袋子里，他们就担心他们会被指摘为贼小偷。雅各差派9个哥哥们及便雅明回去埃及去买更多的谷物，这次他们带了双倍的钱及礼物去。
This time, Joseph invited all the brothers in to eat with him. But he still didn't tell them who he was. After the meal, he had his servant put his silver cup in Benjamin's bag of grain, along with all the money.
这次约瑟邀约所有的哥哥们进去与他一起吃饭，但他还是没有告诉他们他是谁。饭后，他让他的奴仆将他的银杯及所有的钱放进便雅悯的袋子里。
As the brothers were all leaving to go home, Joseph went after them and said One of them was a thief. He slid open each bag and said he would keep whoever it was as his slave. The older brothers were very afraid when the silver cup fell out of Benjamin's bag.
当11个弟兄们正在离开回家的途中，约瑟跟随在他们后面来，且告诉他们，他们之中有一个是小偷，他割开他们的每一个人放谷物的袋子，且告诉他们将拘留那个小偷成为他的奴隶。当那银杯从便雅悯的袋子拔出来时，哥哥们吓死了。
Judah volunteered to stay as Joseph's slave instead of Benjamin. Joseph asked him why, and he said because he didn't want to hurt his father again. Joseph told him about their other brother, whom they sold into slavery. Joseph could see that Judah and his brothers were sorry for what they did.
犹大自愿代替便雅悯留下来当奴隶。约瑟请教他为什么，他说因为他不愿意再让他的爸爸伤心。犹大告诉他有关他们卖掉了他们另一个弟弟为奴隶的事情。约瑟可以看出他们的哥哥们为他们所做的感到难过。
Joseph told his brothers who he was, and they all rejoiced to see their brother again. Joseph also invited them to bring their father Jacob and all of their families to Egypt to live. There would be 5 more years of famine, and Joseph could provide for them. Joseph told his brothers that he forgave them. He knew that God had brought him to Egypt to save Egypt and all of Israel.
约瑟告诉他的哥哥们他是谁，而他们都非常的喜悦，可以再度看到他们的弟弟。约瑟也请他们回去带他们的父亲回来。雅各和所有的家人来到埃及住，在那儿还有5年的荒灾，而约瑟可以供应他们。约瑟告诉他们的哥哥们，他原谅他们所做的。他知道那是上帝带领他来埃及，解救埃及及所有的以色列人。
All of Israel moved to Egypt and received help from Joseph. All of Israel moved to Egypt and received help from Joseph. Jacob was brought to Egypt as well, and he was so happy to see his son again. Jacob made Joseph promise that he would bury Jacob in the land of his inheritance in Israel, not in Egypt. Joseph promised.
所有的以色列人搬迁到埃及，且得到约瑟的帮助。雅各也被带到埃及来，且他非常的高兴，再度的看到他的儿子约瑟。雅各要约瑟应许承诺他会被埋葬，雅各在他的聚成地以色列里，不是在埃及里。约瑟答应了。
Then Jacob blessed Joseph and his 2 sons. Jacob promised that Joseph's 2 sons would receive equally of the blessings upon the people of Israel. But when Jacob went to bless Joseph's 2 sons, instead of giving the better blessing to Joseph's older son Manasseh, Jacob switched his hands and gave the better blessing to Ephraim. Jacob knew that God has big plans for the tribe of Ephraim.
后来雅各给约瑟及他的2个儿子祝福。雅各答应约瑟给2个儿子在以色列人民里会得到平等的祝福。但是当雅各给予约瑟2个儿子祝福的时候，反之应该给予约瑟的长子马兰西更好的祝福才是，而雅各却2手交叉，反而给予了更好的祝福给予以法莲。因雅各知道那是上帝有大计划要给予以法莲之族。
As Joseph got older, God allowed him to see the times of Moses, all the way down to Joseph Smith. God had truly blessed Joseph through his life. Even when times were tough, it was all a part of God's bigger plan for him. When Joseph died, he was not buried in Egypt. The people will carry Joseph's remains with them when they leave Egypt 400 years later with Moses. He will be buried in Israel.
当约瑟老的时，上帝准许他看到摩西所有的时期，到约瑟史密斯的时期。上帝实施祝福约瑟的生命，其实生命的过程是艰难的，也是如此。上帝给予他的更大的计划。当约瑟死后，他并没有被埋葬在埃及里，人们带着他的骨灰，跟着他们在埃及住了400年，然后跟着摩西，他被埋葬在以色列里。
What an amazing story of patience and forgiveness. Joseph truly trusted God and allowed God to lead his life. And because of such great faith, God used him for such a great purpose. We can learn a lot from Joseph's story. Let us finish our class by singing Faith of Our Fathers.
多么奇妙的耐心和宽恕的故事啊！约瑟真正的信靠上帝，甚至让上帝引领他的生命。因为这样的大信心，上帝用他在这样的美意安排里。我们从约瑟的故事可以学到许多事。让我们来唱《Faith of Our God》来结束我们的课。
Faith of our fathers will